Hi, and welcome to Wrong Way, and welcome to another episode of Pimp My PEV. And today we'll be looking at my very own modded InMotion V11. So let me tell you more about it. Okay, so right away you probably can see the most drastic change in the V11, namely the LED RGB light strips, but I'll talk about them a bit later. First, let me mention the other mods I did to the V11. So first of all, right out the bat, first thing I did with the V11 is put some yoga mat. Yes, this is actually a yoga mat for $3 or €3, cut into pieces or just cut to match the shape of the V11, because the stock pads of the V11 just weren't enough for comfortable, safe riding on this wheel. And the reason why I don't have actually any power pads is because the V11 is a easy wheel to overpower, like seriously easy. So let me just demonstrate. See? I don't need power pads for that. It's screaming at me all the time, and it's not that much of a torquey wheel. So yeah, I think it just doesn't need that. Maybe another layer of yoga pad would be quite nice, but actually this is sort of enough. There's just a double-sided tape underneath that. It's not really pro, but you know, what do you expect from a guy whose channel name is Wrong Way? We move on to the cool stuff from Hula Market I have. And Hula Market makes a lot of 3D printed stuff for various wheels. I also had their rear mudguard for the Godway wheels, and they do a lot of cool stuff for the wheels, so just feel free to check them out at the link below. You know, I like them, and they send me free stuff, so I can also show it to you. You know, I couldn't afford to just buy all the things on the internet to show you guys, so that's pretty cool. And these are Flypads. So, and actually reinforced Flypads, so they're supposedly wrong way proof. So these Flypads are here for a reason, namely it improves your jumping, or makes jumping on the V11 even possible, because you put your leg here and then you can lift it up. Or and it also helps with turning and braking, because as you brake, let me show that to you real quick, you can lean against this piece and get more leverage on the wheel. And the same as with turning, so you can just, you know, lift one leg up or the other, and therefore you can brake and turn better. And of course you can jump as well. Let me show that real quick. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And once again, these are reinforced Flypads. So actually in the Flypad structure, there's a screw coming from the other side to here, so they shouldn't break, because the ones I had before were from a different material and they broke. So you can also adjust the height of them. So, you know, if you have bigger feet or smaller feet, you can put them higher up or lower, and I think you can also adjust the angle, but never did that, so don't quote me on that. And all in all, I love riding with these. I think it becomes a bit of a different machine, the V11, with these. It's easier to go downstairs or, you know, just hop off the street, and it makes it definitely safer, because the only thing that is dangerous about the V11 is when you bottom out the suspension, because once you bottom it out, then it's not only the force of, you know, going up wants to get you off the wheel, but also the force of the suspension, so you sort of bounce off the wheel if you don't have these Flypads. And because of the foot plate angle, it's also quite flat for a wheel like that. So if you have these Flypads, it's a lot harder to crash, because you can't physically just bounce off the wheel. This thing keeps you planted and helped me out quite a lot of times. So this is, in my opinion, this is a must-have for the V11. You just get those. I think there's also worldwide shipping, and you just remove the stock screws from the V11 and put these in, which come in a set with the Flypads, and yeah, you're ready to go. Sadly, the The foot plates don't close up fully when this is installed, but it's good enough. You can just, you know, open them easier, and but if you put the wheel on the side, it's pretty annoying, but it's not that much of a big deal. So moving on, I also got some 3D printed bumpers from Hula Market. I don't particularly, you know, like the design of them. I think it's just, you know, just a bumper. I put them on like a protective case for a phone, so they're still there and they should protect the wheel in case of an impact. The V11 already has a couple of scuffs and scratches, but actually it's a pretty tough wheel in my opinion, well, except for this part. So 3D printed mudguards from Hula Market. And now we move on to the pièce de résistance, the LED RGB light strips. So a lot of you guys ask me like what kind of a light strip is it, and it's actually really basic. I can show you, like I can link below the ones I got, but they're from a Polish site, so I'm not sure if they ship to you, but they're just regular RGB waterproof, so they're like dipped in some kind of silicone light strips, powered via a USB cable, and they're controlled via Bluetooth because I can't get another remote because I will just lose it. So they're controlled actually via an app, which I'll show you later. The good thing about this model exactly is that there's like pretty much no controller. So here it doesn't look too nice. Actually, I have to, you know, change this tape up for some gaff tape or better tape. But the only thing that you get as far as it goes for controlling the RGBs is just the cable, and it wraps around here, and this part, and a connector. So it's really simple. You don't need to put anything on the wheel, which, you know, just sticks up or is big. It's just a cable and two small, you know, parts here. And also, by the way, huge shout out to the Black Cobra. He did it first. Check out his video on the channel. He also has a lot of other great ESC content, and he inspired me to do the light mod on my V11. So yeah, go follow the Black Cobra. And going back to the RGBs, I think they're also really bright. So in the night, this shines really brightly. Some colors are brighter, like, you know, this cyan, or I don't know, yellow, white. Red is a bit darker, but all in all, like, it's pretty much in your face. It could be better, like if I had some kind of diffusion tape here to make it shine a bit, you know, more diffused. It's sort of like a Christmas light now, but can't be bothered about that. And I just put them on with the regular tape or glue, double-sided tape that was mounted directly onto the RGBs. So it's just that. I can see that it's like not the optimal solution already. Gets scuffed up and so on. Maybe I'll, you know, improve that if some kind of issues pop up, and probably they will. I'll use some sort of double-sided tape which is stronger, or maybe some adhesive to hold it up from here to here. But as it is now, it works fine. And the cool thing about it is that it's actually just one singular LED light strip. So it goes from the connector here. And I've also put a small hole into the charging flap so I can have the USB connector connected and still have the charge ports protected from water ingress. Right around, loops around the back here, goes underneath, and here it's also like sticks out a bit, not too safe, but yeah, I need to improve that. And then goes around here, up and around this part. So this inner side also glows in the dark. Then around the other side, loops around, goes back here, and here the cable ends. So yeah, that's how it's you know, arranged. Probably like the glue, that's the thing I need to improve, but as it is now, it's still holding in place, you know. Once again, it's the Wrong Way channel. And why did I do it? Well, first of all, I think it looks really cool, but taste is one thing, but the other thing is visibility. When I put the LEDs on the wheel, like car drivers and pedestrians started noticing me a lot more, and they started braking before intersections more. So especially now in a time where there's winter, it's dark, it's rainy, wet, it's sometimes really hard to see you when you're right on an EUC, and this helps you out quite significantly. So it's not only the matter of, you know, how it looks like, but most importantly, it's a lot more safer than riding without RGBs. So I also wanted to show you the controls of this RGB panel. So this is the app. It's called Lotus Lantern. And then I connect to it. Is it connected? It's not connected yet. It's connected. And now I can either, you know, select the light. So it's like, you know, red or green, purple, whatever. And I can select, you know, just a single color, but there are also some other settings like, you know, white strobe flash. And you can also change the speed of it to be slower or faster, or you can just have, you know, all the colors cycling through. It's 7 color, no, jumping, crossfade. So now you will have all the colors of the rainbow basically on the wheel, and you know, it looks like that. One thing I'm missing here is, you know, maybe a pattern where the light goes from one side to the other, but that's just the RGB I got. Maybe if you want something like that, you can select it for yourself. You can also adjust the brightness. And yeah, I really got into the RGB hype train now because it just looks so cool. I'll have RGB in my home everywhere. So yeah, this is the RGB. I think it's probably it's a really cool mod to have in a wheel, especially in the winter. Makes you safer, makes you look cool as well. And this is basically it when it comes to the mods. Maybe just one more thing is I just removed the stock caps here on the bottom and put some regular bicycle caps, so you know this doesn't damage the suspension. So this is my modded InMotion V11, and there's a 2,500 kilometer review coming up on it, and we'll actually disassemble the wheel to see how it looks from the inside. It's probably currently, like, let me know in the comments, this is the wheel with the most mileage in the world currently as far as it goes for V11. Once again, correct me if I'm wrong. It has around 2,000, I think 100 or 2,200 kilometers on the odometer. So yeah, the review, the 2,500 kilometer review is coming up very shortly. So yeah, if you're still here, leave a like on the video, subscribe to see more content like this. I'll see you in the next video. See you soon.